Welcome to the Broken Anchor podcast. It is Monday, October 19th.
Yes, it is. We've had a big weekend.
Dude, quite
We've
the
had quite the weekend.
quite the weekend.
Oh
So,
yeah.
number one, Ben is gone. He is near
He went,
death.
he went to pursue his dreams as an opera singer
Oh,
in
okay.
in Croatia.
Oh, wow.
So
Very
yeah,
artsy.
yeah. So that if you're looking for him, he's on a stage somewhere in Europe.
No, he texted us this morning. Was it this morning?
Yeah, it was this morning.
Yeah, saying like, hey, he said, boys, you'll have to count me out for the podcast for the podcast today. I was puking my guts out Thursday and Friday and lost my voice. So
hmm
can't really talk. So it's gonna be a no from me on the podcast, says Ben.
He's
So
he's he's training to beat Joey Chestnut. That's what
right,
he's doing.
right.
That's why his throat, just a little. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. So we've had one podcast since the three of us got on together where it hasn't been all three of us, and it was Dom that
hmm
was gone, and we
Yeah.
had a code word that Dom needed to put out, give us something.
hmm
So I feel like we should probably have something for Ben too.
And we should put it at the end so he just doesn't know.
Oh, you think we should put it at the end?
Yeah, so he'll have to listen to the end.
So he has to listen to the whole episode then.
The whole thing, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I wish they hadn't invented like fast forward buttons or something like that.
No, it's fine. It'll be fine.
He wouldn't figure it out.
No, he won't. It'll be fine.
But
But anyways,
yeah,
yeah, you came in a rush. So tell me about that. Where were you at today? What were you
dude.
doing?
So I've been in Nashville all weekend, and I literally like, dude, my suitcase is right here. Like I walked in the door from Nashville. Like I was like getting home and taping right as we got here. So yeah, like my laptop was in my thing. I got like dirty clothes all over the floor next to me. So just got back from Nashville, spent the weekend there with Emily.
Mhm.
Because Emily's working in Arkansas. So
Yeah.
it's kind of the halfway point there. So we figured we'd go spend a week in Nashville, and good Lord, that is quite the city. I gotta tell you.
Yeah. Tell
I've
me
never
about
been
it.
there before, but
I've
um,
been when I was a kid, and I honestly don't remember much besides there being really good food. I
oh
do remember that.
yeah. So the food was incredible.
Mm.
Uh, I would assume, Dom, if you were there as a kid versus if you were to go there now,
Oh,
two
completely different.
vastly different cities.
Yeah, completely different.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So yeah, we went down. So Broadway is like the main street there, right?
hmm
So it's where like there, a bunch of bars and the honky tonks that we went to.
Yeah.
Um, it's a little different because of the Rona, but uh, dude, it's still just a crazy crazy scene because we what I so Emily and I were sitting on a bench just like looking up things to do, like, oh, like we should
Mhm.
maybe go to this park or like go to the Grand Ole Opry or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dude walks up behind us and taps us on the shoulder, and he was like, oh, you guys new in town? We go, yeah, we're just here for the weekend. And he was like, oh, let me give you the guided tour, and just walks us through. Like, he's like,
Oh,
oh, you got to do this, you got to go to this bar, you got to go to this bar,
oh,
like you got to do this.
what a nice guy.
um, huh
What a nice guy.
yeah, so he's like, yeah, so yeah, like one of like my girlfriend is one of the biggest bookers in Nashville. She does like all this country music stuff. So yeah, so like he said at any point in time in Nashville there are 1,800 artists playing like live shows.
Wow.
1,800.
That's a lot. That's a
And he
lot.
said, yeah, so he said out of those 1,800, like at any point in time, like 600 or 700 of those people have won a Grammy.
That's yeah, that's pretty impressive right there.
Yeah. Um but yeah, no, it was a good weekend. We went to this place called Honky Tonk Central.
Mhm.
Um, met a couple people there from Cincinnati actually.
Oh, nice.
Talked with them a little bit, and yeah, good weekend. I am quite hungover, but I
I mean, it'd be like that. It do be
listen,
like that.
but Probably the best part of the weekend, honestly, was we went downtown like early Saturday morning and spent
Mhm.
like a couple hours there, and then we were like, we just don't really want to walk around anymore, so we went back to the hotel and we played sharks and minnows one on one in the hotel pool for
Okay.
like 2-3 hours.
Jesus.
Yeah, like it was, and it got like we were like trash talking each other. It got intense. Like it was. Listen, I'm not going to talk about the outcome of the game.
Like,
We don't really
I'm,
need to get into it.
I'm just saying, Sharks and Minnows is fun, but like 2 or 3 hours,
Well,
that's
so
a
we
lot. That's
played.
a lot of time to play Sharks and Minnows.
Well, so we played to 10. No, we played to 5,
Uh-huh.
but she beat me to 5. So then I said, okay, let's play to 10,
Mm-hmm.
and then she beat me to 10. So then I tried to get her to play to 15, and that didn't work. But how did you play Sharks and Minnows? What are the rules for you?
The rules?
Yeah.
Um, Dude, it's been a long time. Okay, so you start on opposite ends of the pool. Sharks on one side, minnows on the other,
Mm,
obviously. Minnows yell like sharks in or whatever.
right.
Sharks go in, and then I yell minnows in. Everyone goes in the pool, and it's just a free for you just tag whoever you can, right?
Right.
And by the time everyone who like makes it to the other side makes it, you start over. But now the minnows that you tag are now sharks.
Right.
So I mean that's just standard,
It,
standard rule.
so that's exactly what I thought too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are these like different house rules for sharks and minnows, or like
Yeah. So apparently there's like 80 different ways to play Sharks and Minnows.
how?
So
How?
yeah. So the way that we played was the shark has to keep its eyes closed.
That is news to me.
Yeah. I was
But I
like,
mean,
since when is this a thing?
I guess it makes sense if you're doing one on one.
But like, I
It makes
mean,
sense because it makes the game a little bit harder.
I guess. Yeah. But like
I
I
mean, at that point, you should have just played Marco Polo.
well so like we because the tricky thing is then is you have to go strictly off of sound.
Yeah, but I mean, if your eyes are closed as a shark, isn't that the same?
Yeah, but I'm very famously like I am not a good hearer.
Yeah.
I ask people to repeat things most of the time when you're talking to me.
Speaking of
And
which,
yeah,
I know I've talked about this before.
go for it.
I know I have. This thing on Amazon I bought like a few months back.
Right.
Life change. We're gonna call this new segment Dom's life changing life hacks. All
Oh,
right.
great.
So you know,
Should I add in a theme song or something?
you might need to because I
Okay.
upgraded
Great.
everyone's quality of life single-handedly just by telling them about the bidets.
You should
We,
get like you should get big on Pinterest or something. Like you should
I
like
should. No, someone
yeah.
actually messaged me about it. They're like, "Hey, is this a good model?" I said, "I have no idea."
About the bidet?
Yeah, and I said I had no idea, but it's more expensive than mine, so probably.
We got a couple DMs on the brand account on Instagram of like I'm definitely buying a bidet now.
Dude, it's a hot topic.
You're
But
changing
anyway,
lives, man.
changing life. But here's the new thing, right? Since you said
Right.
you're hard of hearing, have you ever been curious as to what it looks like up in there?
Me?
Yeah.
I
Well,
am now.
so Q-tips. You're not really supposed to shove them in your ear, right?
Right.
It's like that's bad. You're shoving the wax deeper in.
Right.
They're really supposed to be used on the outer side,
Mm,
Not. But besides the point, this imagine a little tool that connects to your phone via Bluetooth that has a camera on the end, so you can see everything in there. Yeah. Okay. Here's the best part. Here's the best part. There's a little scooper thing on the end, so you can scoop out anything that you see. Now,
okay.
you know me. I've had an issue for the past couple of years because, like, when I sleep on my right side and then I
Mm,
get up in the morning, I have to kind of shake my ear a little bit just to hear normal again
right.
because it felt like something was blocking it. So I
Okay.
knew there was something there.
Right.
Tried all the different methods. They're like use a little spray bottle thing and it'll just wash it out, or use the Brox. It'll soften up the wax. It'll just come out naturally.
Right.
No, no. This right here, this little camera with a spoon on the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, life changing. Because you can see everything on your phone, pick it all out. Literally, I became a brand new human being. I was reborn. So like
Okay.
the experience I had first time on the bidet, little shock,
Right.
little awe, but I was like, I'm reborn. This was another one of those times.
Okay.
And I was like, I can hear everything. I can hear the world from my ear.
Okay.
So
So I have many questions.
okay, go for it.
So is I'm picturing like you hit a button and the spoon like pops out like it's like a pocket knife, and it's
Here,
like
actually, I
boom,
have,
spoon, retractable spoon.
I have it. I have it over here. I'm just gonna pull it out so I can show you.
Great.
But yeah, no, this thing right here, pretty cheap. I think also around 35 bucks on Amazon.
Interesting.
Uh, this is the box. This is what it looks like.
Okay, great.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna give you a live demonstration right here, right now.
Don't name the brand. We don't give out free sponsors.
Of course not. No, they're gonna need to, talk to us about that.
Of course.
But I'm gonna give you a live demo right now. Also, this little spoon on the end,
Oh.
lights,
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
yeah,
Oh,
lights
there's a
up.
little light too.
See, I mean, the inside of your ear is pretty dark.
Yeah, of course.
So pulling up the app, super quick and easy.
There's an app.
Yeah, you need to connect it to the app so that you'll see. You'll see.
Okay. All right.
Because as soon as I connect it, it's life changing. I'm
I just
telling
gotta
you.
know what was the Google? Like what did you search?
I looked up a bunch of different things like earwax removal kits, and then I did it on Amazon, and this is one of the things that popped up, and I said, you know what? This is the move.
You ever try the candle thing?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
That feels
Anyway,
very not safe.
so this is what it looks like, right? As you
Yeah,
can see, the end of my thing,
right.
and here we are inside my ear. Oh, wait,
Whoa.
let me take the tip out so I can show you better. You
This
know
is
what that
actually
is right
really
there?
impressive.
You know
Yeah,
what that is?
that's your ear.
That's a healthy ass eardrum, is what that is. You know
Wow.
why? You know why?
Congratulations.
Because I never let anything get in there anymore. Because if I feel anything, like even in the morning, I'm like, huh, I grab this guy. I grab him, and it is life changing. Everyone should get one. I'm putting everyone onto something new here. Changing lives, one
What
product at a time.
is what is the name of the product?
It is okay. So this is the brand, so I can't say that because
Yeah. For the like
um,
what?
honestly I don't know what it would be called. Oh, okay. It says it here. The Smart Visual Ear Cleaning Rod.
Okay. So everybody
Yeah.
go on Amazon right now and look up the Smart Visual Ear Cleaning Rod.
Or just, earwax removal kit and stumble upon it the same way I did. Life changing. Absolutely life
Interesting.
changing.
Interesting.
But
So
yeah.
that was your weekend? That was your weekend in a nutshell?
So the other big thing that happened besides me writing multiple papers on Nigerian political institutions
That
and
sounds riveting.
the revolutions that happened, the
Yeah.
coups. Um, we had a bet like a month ago,
Oh,
about
okay.
who would win a certain fight.
Oh, great. What
Yeah,
was
that
it?
that fight happened last night. You know,
Oh,
uh,
was it a certain boxer that I've big fan of?
yeah, you're a super fan.
I'm
You're
a
a
super
super
fan of.
fan.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, he lost.
Okay. So listen.
So Vasily Lomachenko had 3 belts and he lost.
Viking and
Um,
Limoncello had a tough day.
I gotta talk about it. He didn't wake up until the 6th round.
That's what I was gonna say.
He did not wake up until the 6th round.
Can I ask a question?
Go
Where
for it.
was the fight?
Where was it?
Where was it?
MGM Grand Casino and Hotel.
Feels like a different time zone than Russia. I listen.
I
If he
mean,
if he didn't know that maybe he thought the fight started at his time in Russia.
mhm, mhm.
You can't put that on him, dude.
I mean, he came into it looking pretty ready, and then the first round started. Everyone's talking about it. The commentators are like, it's a slow start for him. This is his normal. Like he's because they used to call it they call him the glitch in the matrix. All right, because of
Right.
his ability to like dodge punches and just
Mm.
appear behind his opponents, and they're like, where the fuck did he go?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
So, which he did do that, but he just wasn't hitting him within
Hmm.
the first 6 rounds. He threw
Tough.
maybe like, I'd say less than 50 punches throughout 6 rounds.
Yikes.
Yeah,
That's tough.
that's
That
not
feels
good.
like not very much.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Not very much at all,
50
especially for
punches,
him.
6 rounds. Yeah, that's not a lot.
No, because
You gotta
if
let
you
it fly a little bit more.
and
You can't hit a home run if you don't swing the bat, buddy.
exactly. But the thing is, his defense was impeccable. Like normal defense, like he was slipping everything, getting around all the punches.
Yeah.
Teofimo Lopez won the first few rounds just because he did more stuff. He
Wow.
was punching more. And then
Listen,
by the time Vasily Lomachenko woke up on the scorecards, it looked dead even.
it's
And
too
I
late.
was thinking, that's too little too late because there's 3 judges and they all see a different fight.
Okay. So that's like my big problem with boxing, honestly, is
Hmm.
that it's like it's completely subjective.
It is, yeah.
What like there it feels like there should be a more objective way to win a boxing match, no?
Well, I mean, usually it's whoever hits the other person more wins the round. That's usually what it is. It's not
Well,
even like if it looks like you hit them more, it's like if you actually hit them more. Because they got people all around the ring just counting how many times you threw a punch and how many of them actually hit.
mm,
So
so then the judges are sat off the like ringside, and then
there,
they
yeah.
get like live stats. And okay, so Vicodin hit 8 punches this round. George Lopez hit 10 punches this round. Round goes to George.
Eh, depends. I mean, obviously you have to think about the impact of the punches too. Like if, say, Vasily Lomachenko landed 8 punches, but he rocked him, right?
Right.
Almost a knockdown. That's gonna hold more impact than 10 punches landed. You know?
Okay. But see, like that's completely subjective, though.
I mean, I guess, but I mean, that's why there's 3 judges,
Yeah, I guess.
and that's also why a lot of. Speaking of, that wasn't even. So I was hyped for that fight. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the world was hyped for that fight because they're
Right.
like two of the best who've ever.
Of course.
One of the best boxers who's ever lived versus this young gun, right?
Hmm.
And here's what happened. One of the guys on the main card, not even the main event, just one of the guys before the main event,
Yeah.
he had a record of 14-0 going into the fight that night.
Right.
14-0, 14 knockouts. All of them happened in the first round.
Oh, so this guy's a murderer.
Oh, he's an absolute
This dude
tank.
kills people.
Um, so they're like going into it, they're like, this dude's like 23, 24. He's got 14 KOs.
He's
The
23
last,
years old, so he's our age.
yeah. Um,
Jeez.
Crazy part, they said he's got a really weird record going on here. He's got back to back to back to back knockouts, and the longest fight ever that he's been in lasted 2 minutes 45 seconds.
Okay.
So I'm sitting in front of the TV. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of more hyped for that than watching the main event because I'm like glued to the TV.
Of
I'm like,
course.
I'm like, yo, I cannot blink or
He's a
else this is
maniac.
gonna end up on the ground.
Yeah.
So I'm watching it, and I'm like, okay, the first minute goes by. He's landing absolute bombs, right?
Yeah.
The fight lasted a minute 15.
Dude, so this guy, I mean, okay. So is he just fighting like nobodies, or is he like
Well,
that dude?
he's fighting like top-notch competitors. It's just his hands hit so hard.
What is this guy's name?
Edgar Berlanga. He's Puerto Rican.
Ed Edward Burlap is
Yep.
is
Yep.
just taking over the world.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's in the middleweight division. He's going to dominate.
Okay, that's the other thing. Explain the weight system to me. How many weights are there? There's like 80 weights.
Dude, there's so many weight classes.
Okay, so we got flyweight, which is the lightest.
I don't even know.
There's flyweight, featherweight, bantamweight,
Yeah,
middleweight.
bantamweight. But then there's also super bantamweight.
What?
because they go by increments of 5, sometimes 7. So
What?
there's like really weird weight classes.
Can I
Compared
ask a question? When it comes to
to,
boxing, what does
yeah,
5 pounds difference make?
5 pounds makes a lot of a difference apparently.
Uh, how? That can't be right.
Well, think about it like this: at 130 pounds, I can't remember the stats. So there's like a statistics thing on this, like sports science, one of those episodes, and they're
Oh,
saying how hard. I can't remember who it was, but it was like a few years ago. It was longer than a few years ago, probably a decade ago. They're saying
okay.
this dude punches at this velocity and it like creates this amount of force at this weight, right? And then
Okay.
then they compared it to another guy who's 5 pounds heavier, same height, just 5 pounds heavier, and he produced like a lot more force
What?
just because he's got more mass behind him when he's throwing his punches.
5 pounds though?
Well, I mean, you multiply it by however fast you're throwing, and then it can be a lot.
I don't know, man. That just
I
feels
mean,
like,
let me ask you this: have you ever been punched?
well, once or twice. Yeah. Possibly by you. Yeah.
Or even kicked by me? I've never punched you.
I think you punched me.
I don't think so.
No, you remember that there was definitely a time where you were like, "Hey, come over. I want to spar with you." That
Yeah,
definitely happened.
I still do that now.
Yeah, that doesn't make it okay for you to just beat up your friends for no
No,
reason.
I asked you to. That's right. We were in my
Yeah. Yes.
we were in my garage.
Yeah,
We were in my
dude.
parents' garage, and it was the best cardio you've ever had.
No. 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 It was the worst cardio I've ever had
It was
because I
so
put on a helmet and gloves and you were just like, "I'm going to punch you now."
yeah, and you gave consent, and Connor was there too. He knows you gave consent.
It was a bad day.
Anyways, great cardio, fantastic cardio.
I have heard like the lifestyle of boxing is like because you can get into boxing without like you can just do the drills and
Yeah,
like punch air and stuff, and it's like that's great. It's like a
yeah.
lifestyle.
No, it's actually like really good cardio.
Yeah.
Besides swimming, I think it's one of the best.
Well,
I'm pretty
swimming
sure.
works your muscles differently.
They do, but it's still that whole like high intensity like interval thing. Because like
Yeah.
you're literally like limiting how much air you're taking in
Oh, hit
as
training, hit.
yeah
Yeah, I
yeah
work out, so I know this stuff.
hit.
Yeah, hit with 2 eyes. Yeah, I work out because I know this stuff.
Of course, yeah.
In case
Speaking
you
of,
didn't.
I need to buy some new pants to see if I fit.
Oh yeah, dude. How's the weight loss challenge going? That
My,
that I've definitely been paying attention to a lot.
so my weight loss isn't really like crazy, but my waist size is going down.
Okay, well that's good.
So I mean, I'm doing something right.
That's good.
I mean, that's good. 'Cause I mean,
Um,
because I'm going to be in the same boat as you come November if I don't do it.
what do you mean the same boat as me?
You still need to. You're trying to glaze over the fact that you got to do the Blazing Challenge.
Oh
It all
man.
comes full circle, Joe. It all
I
comes
gotta,
full circle.
yeah, me and Ben both need to do that because Ben still owes me a Blazing Challenge from the Lakers Blazers series in the first round of the playoffs.
And so now you owe him that. And then if I don't do this, we're all going to do it.
That's what, yeah. I think we're all just gonna have to, we're all just gonna have to do it.
I'm going to be so mad if I'm going to fit into like a size 32, but have a little bit of give and not be
Yeah.
able to fit into a size 30.
We should just order. Can you get the Blazing Wings like to go? Like, can I like DoorDash it?
You can do that, but it's not the same because the Blazing Challenge itself is like the temperature of the actual wings is what kills you. Because they take
Mm.
it straight out the fryer, straight out the oven, whatever. And then they just put it on a plate and say, eat this right now.
We
And
can microwave it.
then you just burn your mouth. I mean, yeah, we could.
Yeah. Well, because
Yeah.
I was thinking like for this photo shoot this weekend, we just order Blazing Wings. We just do it then.
Oh,
That's gonna be interesting, dude. Are you excited for that?
no, I'm really excited for the photo shoot. Yeah.
You're handling like the logistics of it, but
So
we're
yeah, we're planning on trying to get everyone down to Newport.
Ooh,
We'll take some pictures by the river. We
yeah.
got that park down there too, so we can take pictures there.
Should have everybody down there except Old Man Larry, who is in Chicago.
Correct.
But we'll print off a picture of him, and yeah.
No,
So
he's gonna send us a file, and I'll just have Adam just go ahead and just Photoshop him in somewhere.
yeah,
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We got this.
I'm excited because it's for some of them, most of them. This is the first time we're meeting like in person.
That's true, and I'm also excited because we get to have some real good pictures and actually feature people like correctly now.
Yeah, we actually
Yeah,
get to like
yeah,
promote our stuff, which is
yeah. We do.
incredible.
It's gonna be fantastic.
Who
I'm
would have
so
thunk it?
excited. So excited.
Yeah, it is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Um,
But so the weekend after that, I'm actually going to Chicago to visit some family.
you gonna
So
go check in with Old Man Larry?
I honestly could if I really wanted
You
to.
should, man.
But yeah, I'm gonna be out there Halloween weekend to meet up with my cousin and her kids,
Okay,
and
of
do the obligatory just flicking of the bean because I got to do that every time
course,
I go.
of course.
I'll probably post that on the Broken Anchor
Have
Instagram.
to
Um, besides that, what do you suggest I do during this pandemic time?
in
Knowing that you
Chicago.
live, yeah, knowing that you live in Cincinnati and haven't been there in a hot sec, what would you suggest?
Oh, what should I suggest for
Oh yeah,
Chicago?
oh yeah, during this
Well,
pandemic.
well, let me take you to the guided tour of Chicago.
Hmm.
So, being a guy who's been there more than two times,
Yeah, at least more than once.
at least more than
100%.
once.
Yeah,
I've been there at least once,
at least.
probably
Bare,
twice.
bare minimum. Yeah,
So I know the city inside and out.
of course, of course.
There
Give
was so you got to go to the Bean. Of course, you got to go to the Bean.
yeah, got to.
Wrigleyville, I have heard good things about.
Wrigleyville.
Wrigleyville. So
Wrigleyville.
I know you're not a sports guy. Are you familiar with Wrigley Field?
Come on, my guy. You keep saying I'm not a sports guy. You just don't understand. I know sports. I just don't give a fuck about the people who play it.
Okay, but you understand how that's a confusing point of view to digest.
I mean, literally, what do we talk about off camera? We have in-depth questions or like conversations about like sometimes even the NFL. Sometimes, literally, the only thing I don't talk about ever is baseball, just because I don't like it. But like, I know things.
Okay. Listen. I'm just
You
checking
can't
in.
treat me like a kindergartner here, my guy. You once asked me, run me through all the rules of football, and you were shocked that I knew everything. You were absolutely shocked. And then Ben was just like, he knows, yeah, dude, like, what?
But like you just make a concerted effort to not follow it though. Like you
No,
put as much effort into not following sports as some people do into following sports.
no, it's not
That's
even
my
that.
thing.
It's not even that. I just don't follow it.
Right, but you
It's not,
very actively don't follow it.
but that's incorrect. I just don't. You don't need to try to actively avoid something. You just don't do it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like where am I gonna get sports news, right? Where am I gonna get that?
You asking me the question?
Yeah, where would I get that?
I mean, so many places. Like,
ESPN.
okay.
ESPN, right?
Yeah.
I watch ESPN
Okay.
sometimes because if they're doing like what is it called? If they're doing what is it? Skip and Shannon Undisputed. Undisputed. If they're doing if Undisputed's on, I'm watching just because Skip and Shannon like to yell at each other.
Yeah.
Skip, 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 skip.
Okay, so
And
you're
then,
watching because of the theater of it.
not even just that. I mean, I genuinely like the news, like NBA. Like, yeah, okay, cool. I see NBA news, and then they cover a lot of random stuff.
Right.
Sometimes I'll like let it play in the background until I get to another topic I want to listen to. It's not
Mhm.
that I actively avoid it, just that I don't choose to like keep up with it all the time.
It feels like an active avoidance, but that your explanation of it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. We've been saying this for years.
um. Well, so okay, I think I understand where you're coming from now.
Yeah, back to it. Wrigleyville.
Yeah, so you got to try out Wrigleyville.
Is that the name
That's
of Wrigley?
apparently that's a big deal.
Okay.
A lot of bars and things like that. I don't know how Chicago is with the Rona and how open that is, but you go try that out.
Are you
Um,
familiar with Italy?
uh, in like the airports and stuff.
Uh, no.
There's
In
Italy
downtown?
in airports.
Is there?
I think, yeah.
Oh, I don't know that. I was talking about the place in downtown Chicago.
Um, is it like a restaurant?
It's like an IKEA of food, of Italian food.
That sounds fancy.
I know, right?
Sounds classy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been there one time. It was pretty cool.
Did you
Pretty
feel
swag.
classy?
Yeah. I bought this really expensive bread and then I ate it and I almost broke my tooth. And I was like, I don't know why I bought this.
Dude, expensive bread is like I don't know
I
why
spent
people.
I spent $10 on a loaf of bread
Yeah,
and I was upset.
that's the thing. Like you
Dude,
probably would have been equally as happy eating like Wonder Bread.
I would have been happier with Wonder Bread. At least that doesn't break my teeth.
um, okay, well, so Chicago, like, so what is your thought on like deep dish pizza? Are you a fan? Are you
Oh,
not
I
a fan?
absolutely love it.
Really?
Well, give me 3 pounds of cheese on my pizza. I'm not going to complain. I
Would you
will
take it
though.
over New York pizza?
Depends on the mood, I think.
Hmm.
Definitely depends on the mood.
I definitely buried Chicago pizza. Remember
Really?
I ranked the Big East in terms of
Oh,
food.
you did do that.
DePaul I put last because Chicago. I just it's not pizza,
Dude, it's still pizza.
but it's like when you think pizza, you
hmm
don't think deep dish pizza.
We're just not from there, that's why.
That's probably true.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's still pizza.
Yeah.
We're just like, for example, like hot dogs out there. Whole different ball game.
Right.
Whole different ball game.
Well, so what exactly makes a Chicago dog a Chicago dog?
Like,
What is the definition?
it's gotta have from what I've had there before,
Yeah.
it was a really special bun. I remember that.
It's like a thick bun.
It's a thicker bun.
Thick.
It's thick.
It is thick with like three C's.
Oh, three
Three
C's.
C's.
Thick as that boy right there.
Two C's and then one extra C for Chicago.
Oh, there it is. That's the capital C. Yeah. Definitely like the bun is different. The hot dog, I think, is just a normal hot dog, to be quite honest with you.
Right.
But then it's all the other stuff that comes with it, like the mustard, the cheese, or not cheese, the mustard, the sauerkraut. You
Yeah.
got you got ketchup.
I've seen a whole ass pickle on.
That too, the pickle, the pickle. I think
Yeah.
the pickle is what does it. I
I've
think
never
it's
had
the
a
pickle
hot dog with a
that-
pickle on it. I'm not gonna lie.
See, I was pretty uncomfortable with it at first. I
Yeah.
was like, this belongs on burgers, not on this.
Right.
But then again, I mean, relish is definitely that's pickles, right?
What is relish exactly?
Isn't it pickles? Like the mashed potato or pickle?
I guess I thought it was like cabbage.
Is it cabbage?
I
Or is that
don't know.
that's sauerkraut? I thought sauerkraut is cabbage.
What is yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Right?
yeah. Because sauerkraut is like a fermented coleslaw. I don't know. I'm just trying to make connections. I have
There's
no
no
idea.
chance that that's what sauerkraut is.
I have no idea.
Wait a
Quite
minute.
honest with you, I have zero clue.
Okay, relish. I'm googling it right now. Relish.
What is
Like the
relish?
first definition is great enjoyment because you can like relish the moment.
Okay,
Like,
that makes sense. Yeah.
okay, so okay. Oh, people also ask, are pickles and relish the same thing? Pickles are foods preserved in a solution like brine or vinegar. What's usually served as relish in the US is specifically a pickle relish. Pickles are chopped up, seasoned, and used to flavor other dishes. However, technically, A relish does not require pickles. That doesn't answer anything.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. I don't know.
Oh, here's the definition. A relish is a cooked and pickled product made of chopped vegetables. So maybe it is kind of like coleslaw.
I guess. Yeah, maybe.
Huh.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But
But
I'm
yeah,
definitely
so
gonna get a Chicago dog when I'm out there. That's for sure.
apparently you got to go get a Chicago dog from like a stand though.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you
I've
can't,
never I've never gotten one not at a stand.
right? That's one
Like
thing that I think like Chicago and New York, like there aren't
mhm.
hot dog stands in Cincinnati.
That's the thing, right? Like I think they need to normalize like food stands.
Yeah.
I think that should be a thing. Because I
Mhm.
mean food trucks, those are popping. Those have been growing, right?
Right.
Have you ever
But
seen
food,
the
go ahead.
I was gonna say, have you ever seen the Great American Food Truck Race?
No, but that sounds incredible.
Dude, it was a show that was on like a while ago. I don't know if it's still on today,
Really?
but like there was at least a couple seasons of it where they give like these people a food truck at the very first episode and be like, hey, here's your food truck, do these challenges, which is basically like they give them a budget, they go to like different places in different cities and say, hey, sell as much as you can. Whoever makes the most profit at the end of each week, gets to stay.
Yeah.
So the person who makes the least has to like go home. But the grand prize I think was like 10 grand and they get to keep their food truck. Because it was like people who don't have food trucks, but they wanted to.
Yeah. Dude, I'm
So
picturing like the first episode they do it, they like the guy didn't know that he got to keep the food truck and he's like, wait a minute, I just wanted the $10,000. Now you ask me to run the food truck too? Like I just want to take the 10,000 and leave. Oh
yeah,
my
it's
God.
a great show. It's like The Amazing Race, but just with food trucks.
What channel was it? Is it still on?
I don't think so. It was definitely on the Food Network. It
Sounds like
was
a Food
def-
Network
it was
show.
it was definitely on the Food Network.
Hmm.
Honestly, I'm gonna look it up.
Um, but no, yeah, the Chicago dog I think is something to try. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Send us a bunch of DMs, guys. Send us the same amount of DMs that we got from the bidet. Like ask us about the uh help Dom out with Chicago.
Dude,
Um,
this series has 12 seasons. It
12
started
seasons?
it started in 2010. The latest episode is from April of this year.
Wait, so is it like a spring thing or
I don't know. I mean, it's still going on today, which I'm glad to see.
I bet it's coming. I bet it's coming back.
Yeah, it's called The Great Food Truck Race.
The Great Food Truck Race. They definitely just saw the Amazing Race and they were like, how can we put food in
Dude,
this
I know,
show?
right? But no, it's a great show. You should definitely give it a watch.
Another dude, the other shows it, okay, so The Bachelorette is on right now. Have you ever kept up with that kind of stuff?
So one time, back when I was still going to Wright State, I was in this history class.
Yeah,
And it was one of those once a week kind of classes. So I was in class for like 2.5, 3 hours.
those
But
classes
I
are
was,
the worst.
yeah, but we got a break, right? In between, like it's somewhere in the
Right,
middle,
right.
like 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
This girl I sat next to, she was like in love with The Bachelor, right? Or The Bachelorette, just both series.
Okay.
So I can't remember which one she was talking about at the time. Might have been The Bachelor. But she was going so in depth on every single person trying to get with this man. And I'm like, I've never watched the show. I don't want to, but I feel like I know everybody.
Right.
you
I
know?
You have to be crazy to go on that show.
Yeah, no, 100%. And the marriages never last.
Never.
No,
How many seasons of The Bachelor have there been? 20?
probably.
Something like that? How many of those couples
Uh,
do you think are still together?
I think like one. I think
Yeah.
one or two like actually are together.
I was gonna say like 5 max
Yeah,
at the
max. Exactly.
max.
Because literally, like, you'll go shopping at like Kroger or like Meyer or Target the next day, and you'll see all those magazines,
Yeah.
and you'll be like, "Oh, hey, they're together now. They're married." And then like
Yeah.
a month later, same magazines, they split up. Gone.
Yeah. Like
Which
what happened?
what is your take on those magazine tabloids in the stores?
Well,
Because sometimes, like, there's one time I was like walking through the store and it said, "Oh no, Oprah is gonna die," and I was like, "Well, that sucks." And here we are, like 10 years later, Oprah's still kicking. So like,
I I think what um they're literally just going for, like, we just want a page view, or
mm,
we just want you to click on the thing so that we can make money from the ad that you see on the website, or like the magazine that you buy. If you buy a magazine, we get ad revenue from that. Like
but who,
they will do whatever it takes to do that. And like,
but who actually buys these magazines though?
I
That's
don't
the
know. I've never actually think about it. Have you ever seen someone like at the
no.
grocery store pick
I've
one of those
never
up and buy
no,
it?
never. They're always full. And
Yeah,
like I've seen people like pick it up to look at it, then they put it back and just go on their way.
yeah,
But I've never seen anyone actually buy it,
yeah,
which I'm like surprised at. Because like
yeah.
okay, like this. When was the last time you bought a newspaper?
I don't think I've ever bought a newspaper.
And like at your parents' house, do they still get the newspaper like every week, every day,
No.
whatever? Because like in my parents' neighborhood, I don't know like who we pay for this because we haven't been paying someone for this, or else we wouldn't be getting these newspapers.
Yeah.
But they just go around to every house and just throw newspapers out in the people's driveways, right?
At like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't recall anyone ever wanting these ever. So why are they here?
Yeah.
So that
I didn't even know that the newspaper was something you had to like sign up for a subscription for. Like I thought, like, oh,
no,
I moved to this house. Oh, okay, so yeah, the Dayton Daily News is now going to come to this house.
right, yeah. It doesn't work that way. You actually like subscribe to that,
Yeah. I
which is insane.
yeah. I don't.
Insane.
I've never. I think like the whole like the tabloid thing and it. I mean, I feel like it's like 16-year-old girls who are into this stuff, right?
I guess. I don't know. Like I'm not even talking about like no, I guess I am talking about like Cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
That's the only one I can actually think of, like the name of.
Well, there's like Us Weekly, I think. I think that's the thing. But
I-
I don't know,
It
man.
sounds familiar. I don't get who would buy this stuff.
Well, because the tough thing about it is it like we've gotten called a tabloid every once in a while just
Mhm.
because it's like once or twice we've gotten it just because like I think
Talk
the
about it
word
like a
tabloid
topical
is
event.
like whenever you write an article that, like, if you got a fact wrong or something like that.
Mm.
Oh, it's just a tabloid saying stuff. Like, so I mean, I don't know. I like the whole tabloid. It's just ridiculous. Like they're just straight up making up stuff just to get
Mhm.
page views, which makes no sense.
Also, like they keep saying, like on Cosmopolitan, right? For example,
Yeah.
because yeah, it's the only one I can think of. I don't even think this is on the cover of it sometimes, but it might be a different one.
Yeah.
But like you're going through the aisle, right? And you're ready to check out, and you're just waiting in line. You got all this random stuff, snacks, like some $5 gadgets you don't need, just sitting there.
Right.
And then you got these magazines at
Yeah.
like child level, right?
Right.
Like child eye level.
Yeah.
And it'll be something like 40 ways to spice up your sex life or like shit like that. And I'm like, yo, first off, I've been seeing this stuff since I was a kid. It
Yeah.
always does that.
Yeah.
So have you not figured out all the ways to spice up your sex life yet?
You should
Also,
have figured this out by now.
yeah, because as a child, I'm like, I just remember seeing stuff like that. Obviously, I didn't comprehend what it was, but like
Right.
looking back on it now, I'm like, this is like years,
Yeah.
years of just this always coming out on the cover. And I'm like, there's gotta be a stopping point where it's like, is that really your selling point? Just to keep putting that up on every single like front page to
Yeah.
sell this magazine?
Especially in today's day and age when like authenticity is what sells, right?
Not even that, just like the readily available access to just anything,
Yeah.
you know? Like this could get me any like plenty and more of what any magazine could.
Yeah. Well, but like I think that's gonna go kind of by the wayside moving forward, though, because
Hmm.
I mean, if you look at the media landscape now, what people want is they want to know what you know they don't want to know what ESPN has to say because
Right,
so 10 years ago ESPN could come out and say okay, here's ESPN's NFL power rankings for the week,
right.
and that's fine. Whereas now ESPN still puts out, here's ESPN's weekly power rankings.
Hmm.
And now the first question is, okay, well, who at ESPN is writing this? And why do they think
Right,
this? Where are they from? What are they thinking? Oh, they're from Chicago.
right.
Maybe that's why the Bears are up a couple slots.
Hmm.
It's that like people want to get to know the person behind the content more,
Right.
like now more than ever. And so that like the tabloid thing, I don't see how that's gonna keep pushing numbers and like doing things. I don't know what kind of numbers it does, but
Hmm.
obviously, like if it's still in business, like I
I
don't
feel
know.
like it's a losing business though. I really do.
It's probably also we're not exactly the target demo for these people.
We're not, but I mean, looking at it from like a logical standpoint,
Yeah, yeah,
why would
yeah.
they not just do what we do and put stuff up on the internet?
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Well,
I get it, it's exposure, like you see it, but how many times have you actually looked something up because you saw something on a magazine?
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. It just doesn't make any sense to me
Hmm.
because like, like maybe I'm missing something, but because I mean, I think the flip side to that is like, oh, like Oprah Winfrey's dying.
Hmm.
You're like, I mean, there's probably some people who are like, oh crap, like they like Google it while they're sitting in line, like, is Oprah Winfrey dying? And then they go to the Us Weekly website and then they read the thing,
I
and it's like,
guess.
oh, Oprah Winfrey's dying from all these spring deals coming out.
Right, exactly. Something
Like
stupid like that.
what? Like what?
No, exactly.
But I don't know, man. The whole thing just makes no sense. The Bachelorette too is like I watched one season of it,
Hmm. Like from
like
start to finish.
from start to finish, and I got into it. I got into it. It was the Ben Higgins season, right? And so this was 6 years ago, 5, 6 years ago.
I remember this because you were telling us about it. You tried to get us to watch it.
Dude, I would go and sit in like a dorm room with like 10 girls and be like, oh, that she should not have said that was the bitchiest thing she's ever said on
Right,
this show. I cannot. Lauren knows better than that. Like I
exactly.
was that guy for like a month. And I like after the season ended, I like looked hard in the mirror. I was like, this can't happen again. This cannot happen again.
Oh
Um,
my goodness.
but because like you have to be crazy to be on that show, and you have to be
Mhm.
even crazier to be the Bachelorette, the Bachelor,
Yeah, that's
because you
true.
have to be okay with dating like 30 girls at the same time.
Right. And I mean, the thing too is they always say like, oh, this dude's a doctor, this dude's a lawyer, this dude's like, a model, like whatever.
Yeah,
Right? They always say they're super well put together. I'm pretty sure half of them are just actors.
yeah. Oh, dude, all of them are like entrepreneurs, or like they like,
Yeah,
oh, I
right?
just like started I don't know, some selling. They're probably like selling weed or something like that.
I mean, hey, we're entrepreneurs. We are.
Yeah, but we're not idiots. I'm not going on a national television. Well,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
idiots in a different way. But I just like, I don't know, man.
yeah.
I'm not get like it's just the Bachelorette's just not for me. And like, I get like I get why people are like it's become like one of the biggest things that this country does is sit and
Hmm.
watch the Bachelorette. There's like Bachelorette parties
Yeah, there are. Which is insane.
that aren't like wait, that was worded poorly. There's Bachelorette parties like
That are, yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you
you
mean.
know what I
Like
mean.
like watching parties.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like Super Bowl
Yeah,
parties but for the Bachelorette.
yeah.
Um yeah, dude. I don't know. Who
Mhm.
is the what's the Bachelorette's name?
I don't know. Is there one right now?
Yeah. I think it's on right now.
Who is the current Bachelorette?
The Bachelorette.
Oh, season 16. So it's the
16 seasons.
16th. Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, Bachelorette alum Emily Maynard gives birth to her 5th child.
See, this is the thing, right? I just looked up The Bachelorette.
Yeah.
Cosmopolitan's one of the top stories. Claire Crawley's contestants turn against her intense Bachelorette promo.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, so is Claire the crazy one? Because there's always one, like, just there's everybody's crazy, and then there's one person who's like nuts, like a nutball.
I think Claire is the code word for today.
It's a good one. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Ben, if you're listening to this, the code word for the podcast is Claire. You need to tweet it. You need to tag Dom's inactive Twitter account and my active Twitter account and the Broken Anchor Twitter account and Cap and Jason and Andy, also Old Man Larry and Cass,
And Cass. Yeah.
also Morgan Plummer. Tag everybody.
Everybody. Just everybody.
Are we missing anybody? Mahir. Tag Mahir.
Does he use Twitter? I don't know if he uses Twitter.
I don't know if he uses Twitter.
I've never seen him use Twitter.
Yeah,
Oh.
tag everybody. All right, well, so that's the show. We have it's weird to say this every week. We have company news again tomorrow. We have dude, there's going to be a week where we don't have company news, and it's like, yeah, it's just going to be another great week, just
it's
same
gonna be
schedule as
weird.
usual, and
It's gonna be weird.
it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird.
Yeah.
We have company news tomorrow. It is going to take the place of morning coffee, so it's going to be the morning coffee for this week's episode. For that, and I'm really excited for you guys to see it. I know, Dom, have you seen it, right?
Mhm.
Super cool. So yeah, can't wait for you guys to see that. Other than that, we got the photo shoot next weekend. And yeah, that's about it. Dom, you got anything else?
Everybody, tweet at us, DM us on Instagram. Give us some ideas you want for this calendar shoot, because we are going to start selling calendars after this shoot.
Oh, are we? Is that actually a thing?
Hey man, it's not hard to make. I found the thing.
Have you done your research with this?
As soon as we get the pictures.
I gotta say, okay. Can I be honest for a second? You're the logistics guy for this.
Uh-huh.
You are sometimes known to be not the best logistics guy.
Hey man. No, I'm the one who's always preaching we need better logistics.
Yeah. But you preach that we need better. Like it was the Instagram thing. Like,
yeah,
we should really have someone running the Instagram. And then I was like, okay, great, Dom's running the Instagram, and you're
no,
I didn't know you meant me.
Here, I'll give you all this.
Yeah.
Props are encouraged. Props encouraged.
Okay.
Pants will be optional.
Okay, great. Okay,
Props
great.
encouraged, pants optional. So
right.
Take that as you will.
It sounds good.
And send us your ideas. Our photographer is comfortable taking tasteful nudes.
Oh, lovely.
If you want Broken Anchor tasteful nudes on your calendar,
lovely.
We can make that happen.
That might be a good thing for Andy and Cap. A horny brand.
I know.
Yeah, do that. All right, guys, that's the show. We'll see you guys next Monday. Let's go have the best week of all time.
Hell yeah.